Black Box Thinking is a great book by a guy called Matthew Syed, all about the surprising truth about success. Now, success-related books seem to be more popular and common than Kim Kardashian these days, but this particular book really stands out. The biggest message I took is that we all need to be aeroplanes to succeed. Intrigued? Well, stick with me here. We'll be using some of his ideas that I've applied to student life. So here's what we're talking about when it comes to unleashing your inner aeroplane. In the book, Syed compares the mindset of the healthcare industry with aviation. In the healthcare industry, 400,000 people die from preventable medical error each year in the USA alone. Avoidable medical error is the third biggest killer after cancer and heart disease. Why? Simple. The inability to learn from mistakes. Medical errors and mistakes that doctors make are often spinned or covered up, and euphemisms are used to pull the wool over the eyes of grieving families. Because these errors are covered up, there is no opportunity to learn from them and make sure these errors never occur again, so they keep happening and no improvements to procedures are made. On the other side, in the aviation industry, there is a little black box in the cockpit of every aeroplane that records all the flight data of every single flight it takes. In the early days of aviation, half of all pilots used to die. Now, 1 in every 2.4 million aircrafts gets into trouble. They're doing something right here, and the answer is failure. In the event of a tragic incident, all the flight data can be used to work out what exactly went wrong, to learn from it so that it never goes wrong again. This open and proactive mindset towards failure enables the aviation industry to constantly improve. They embrace failure and mistakes, and as a result, safety in aviation is extraordinary. Just to put that figure out there again, 1 plane in every 2.4 million flights gets into trouble. It's the safest way to travel. The difference here in both these industries is down to their mindset. In healthcare, errors are stigmatized, therefore no one takes responsibility for the mistake, fearing that they'll be blamed. If a surgeon makes a mistake, it's not openly addressed, and this mindset means no progress can happen. The mistakes and often the lives lost within the history of aviation have helped contribute to the safety of modern flying. If a pilot makes a mistake or experiences a near miss, a report is logged on that little black box. And this open mindset towards mistakes and failure allows the industry to constantly improve and progress. We are very good at immediately deleting mistakes from our memory and editing them out of our autobiographies like they never happened. By doing this, we're only going to make the same mistakes again. So how can we use this black box thinking in our own lives? Matt talks about having a system for capturing and investigating all mistakes in order for businesses to succeed, and we can use this in all areas of our lives, from studying to friendships, personal lives and work. And this is where we need to unleash our inner airplane and have our own little mental black box that notes our mistakes. Take time to engage with your mistakes, investigating why exactly they happened and what can be done to improve. A great way to analyse mistakes that I use is to write them down and brainstorm solutions to make sure they don't happen again. Okay, let's take an example. Say you got a red card in the football match on the weekend. Note the mistake down in the middle of the brainstorm and write down why you got that red card. Investigate why this happened. Maybe you didn't realise the player was so close to you, or you were angry and overly stressed. What solutions could you use to improve your game so that you don't get another red card? It might be concentrating on the space around you more by checking your space before you go in for the ball, or using stress management techniques to help control your game better. Instead of seeing mistakes and failure as events that need to be blamed on someone, we should see them as opportunities to learn and improve, whatever it might be.